All right, let's talk about the Elemental Crucible today, and if you haven't found out already, this is a great way to farm some gear. There's a lot of stuff that pops out of these chests, and there's a couple of tricks you can do to make sure that you're the one that's going to get it. Now, the first thing, regardless of which server you're on, once you go and select that and you're hit with this screen right here, you can actually go in and select the lobby that you want to play in, meaning you can either play with one with a whole bunch of players or play with one that there's nobody in at all. So if you need to, just keep on swiping down to one of those very bottom ones and you'll probably not have anybody interfere with this. But when you do try to go into this, you are restricted on what type of gear you can use. It's going to be tier 9 frog and below, and this is going to be a lot of the basic stuff that we would normally start off with. I've already said before what I like for my beginner weapons. That's going to be the Storm Strike and the Ghost Shadow, and then the Anunnaki's Grass is pretty much an OP one to have in the fact that you can just slap this thing and run around and just not even have to worry about getting off your mount. For the things like armor, it really comes down to two sets, the tie mats or even the Lightbringer there. I'm more of a fan of the tie mats just in case an enemy does pop in, another player that is, but the Lightbringer is a good way to go for facing those mobs. And if you need to, go 2 pieces of one and then 2 pieces of the other, but it really comes to you of which one of those 2 pieces of gear you want to use. You can use other ones, but those are going to be the ones that kind of give those 2 set or 4 set bonuses. But for the weapons, I'd at least try to have these things at level 2, and if you can get them up to level 3 there, that's what I at least have one of mine, and it still seems to be pretty easy. And then for the armor itself and those side of things, I would try to make sure you at least have it at 4 stars so you can maintain against some of these towers. But going in, I'd say the first thing you want to do is run right to the middle and start hitting those neutral towers. Actually destroying one of these and occupying it will actually give you a bunch of buffs. There are going to be things like thunder resistance, physical resistance, poison, and I think fire and ice. Not really certain which one of those 3 gives which one, but if you can go into one of those, destroy that pretty easily, then it pretty much means that you can go up to that boss and take that down too. So that usually does a nice chunk on your meter up top there, and once you get that meter filled, that's when the chest is going to show up in your area. It is going to be a 5-minute cooldown, but if that's not enough on it, start invading one of the other areas and then go and just start destroying the towers. Now, one thing to know, if another player does come in, there is 3 different safe zones, and you can actually go into the safe zone of an enemy village and not have to worry about getting damage taken to you. One thing to keep in mind is if you do go and die in this, you are going to have some of your gear destroyed. You will need to repair it, and there's a universal one you can repair it with, but you usually need to have a duplicate matching item of whatever got destroyed to go and repair it. So if you got your favorite weapon out there and you don't have any extra copies, you might want to consider switching to something else if you're planning to fight with other players. Oh, and defeating that boss in the middle will also give you a buff for speed up and HP up, so that can help out too. Like I said, try to hit those things first. But I have talked about it before in other videos of if another team goes and gets one of those chests, sneaking in at the last second and taking it. Yes, there's a good chance that you might die if they are strong enough, but what I usually do on those is camp out for about maybe like 23, 24 seconds. I wait for that timer of the chest to go down inside the safe area, work my way around, and then when the thing pops up, I go and blast on it. Now, from my understanding on this, once that thing does go and whoever destroys it, there's a couple of seconds of going and be able to collect that gear. Not sure if just after a certain amount of time that then everybody else can grab it, or if they go and kill you, then that's going to be the point they can grab it. But usually you can kind of find those kind of glowing, shiny rainbow ones, grab a couple of those, and then still make out with your repairs. There is also a boss in every single color, so it can't defeat the one in your own, but you can fight the other 2. They're not bad at all. They're not as strong as the one in the middle, but I don't believe those ones give you any buffs. At least I didn't see anything pop up after killing them. One thing you want to absolutely make sure that you have done before trying all this is make sure you have room inside your inventory. Nothing worse than having that chest break. There's other players out there, and then you can't pick up the items because you forgot to clear things out. But this is an easy way to farm some pretty nice stuff inside the game, get some dupes of stuff. Just know if you do go and leave this one and then immediately try to go in another one, it will be a 5-minute cooldown on it, but you can rush it with 100 diamonds, which I wouldn't suggest doing. Oh, and a great hero to use on this too is going to be the Assassin for having that blink skill. This is a nice way to run away from other players if you're getting in kind of those oh no situations. But if you're looking to get better on this game, getting stuck inside the desert world and fighting shacks, you might want to take a look at this video right here. Thanks for watching, and remember, I pick my butt.